What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and Merry Christmas. It is 2023. It is Christmas Day. I hope everybody enjoyed it this morning with their families and the activities that you have for the rest of the day. But we're going to take a look at a WWE and AEW action figure setup, Christmas edition. You guys know we got the tree lit up in the background, so let's go ahead and get right on into it. Alright, so first off, we're going to pan over here to the Judgment Day, just standing outside of the locker room. They're not really fans of Christmas. You know, they kind of don't roll with happy things. They're kind of just a bunch of miserable people, let's be honest. So they're sitting outside the locker room. We'll take a look inside the locker room in a minute. But let's get back to the main activities. You have Matt Cardona with Brian Myers sitting there. Brian Myers has his own Super 7 figure in his hand. Hornswoggle has Matt Cardona's in his hand. And I didn't know what else to do with Matt, so he's probably celebrating getting a new title for Christmas. As you see, he has the Internet Championship and his nice robe on. Then if you look in the back, R-Truth is, he's excited, but he's kind of confused on what holiday it is. He's got his Raw shirt on because, you know, he likes to represent, but he found the 24/7 title in the trash and he figured he'd hold on to it for the rest of, well, however long R-Truth honestly wants the 24/7 title, because I don't think anybody's going to complain. If we take a look over here, we got the nice fireplace set up with a guitar leaning up against it. We got the presents under the tree. We got some new headsets for the guys. We got the TV, the Santa hat, the elf hat. Then we pan on over here, and we have Ilya Dragunov, all, you know, just fancy and everything. He is chilling. He's got his nice suit on. He's holding the candy cane. He's ready for the festivities to begin. Hangman Adam Page is standing there in the background. He's got his reindeer antlers on. He's ready for a good time. As you see, we got Cody Rhodes with his dog Pharaoh just chilling out on the couch, while Seth Rollins gets a brand new present from Becky. You know, he's probably pretty excited about that. I mean, with what Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are honestly making nowadays, it's got to be one heck of a present, let's be honest. And then Randy Orton just standing in the background, probably wanting to strike on Cody. You know Randy's all about striking. Let's go ahead and move the camera and we will get on to the next part of the festivities. Alright, as we see over here in the corner, Brock is celebrating getting a new kickboxing dummy. I think that's what they're called, not entirely sure. That dummy is actually 3D printed from Juice 10 Customs, which I think he changed his name and he is now Juice Minis. Let's see if we can get Brock to let go of that for a second. They're actually really cool. Highly detailed, very smooth, honestly. They're so smooth, they honestly feel like resin prints as opposed to filament, but they are filament because you can kind of just, you can slightly tell. But they are very nice, so I figured throw a Santa hat on one, put a little sticky tack to make sure it holds down in the back. But I am a big fan of these and do recommend them for any gym diorama or workout setup, or whatever you have in mind for your collection. But Brock is celebrating there. Then we scroll over to Gunther checking out Sami Zayn's new ride that he picked up for Christmas. Of course, it is the classic red old school truck for Christmas. Sami is sitting in the driver's seat. It's kind of hard to see his head because, well, I got this truck at Walmart and it's not entirely to scale. So I think Sami's actually sitting on a steel chair under there, and it raises him up a little too much, but if you don't do that, he's too short. So it is what it is, because the bottom of this does not have actual like lining or anything, so you have to slide him up from the bottom. Anyway, it's a whole ordeal, but Gunther's very impressed with Sami's brand new truck. Then if we go to the back of the truck, we actually have a nice little touch. We gotta just say a random title. I cannot pinpoint what this is off the top of my head. For just chilling on the back of the truck. I got this recently in a Jack's playset pack, so I just threw it on the back. And then this is one that's kind of weird. So this is the Mezco Holiday Gomez, and if you know anything about Mezco, you know their main character is a roach, as you see with like the textured neck and everything in there. It's a freaking roach. I cannot make that up. Let's see if I can find the head that actually came with this roach. Like, I have no need for a roach in my collection. Oh, a custom beside me just fell over. So I decided to take a final countdown, or final count Chuck Palumbo, take the head off of it, and stick it on top of there, because why not? This is the head that originally came on the Holiday Gomez, and like I said, I have no use for a freaking roach in my display. I barely have use for Chuck Palumbo in my display, but I figured, you know what, let's throw a random head on here. I was gonna do MJF, but it looks too small, and honestly it looks a little small for the Chuck Palumbo head, but I threw it on there regardless because nobody was gonna be able to pinpoint who exactly that is. And of course he is sitting on a bunch of presents ready to be delivered to the rest of the superstars. I even thought about having the Butcher and the Blade standing in the back of this truck because it just seems like something they would do. But I digress because I do not have the patience to properly stand anybody up. But we'll go ahead and put Gunther back over there checking out Sammy's truck. You know Gunther, a man of culture himself. You know he probably knows a thing or two about nice vehicles. Let's go ahead and take a look at the locker room that the Judgment Day is standing outside of. Alright, so when we carry over here to the locker room setup, first thing we have Pat McAfee in a random Undisputed Era chair just sitting there. We have Pat McAfee congratulating CM Punk on deciding to sign with the Raw brand. Pretty big moment. I haven't posted anything since Punk returned at War Games, or Survivor Series War Games, and I'm trying to figure out the way to do it justice, so just bear with me, I'll do it eventually. But then we pan back over to the corner there. We got the brand new Elite 106 Chad Gable. I did a review on this last week, and he is standing with the rest of Alpha Academy minus Maxine Dupree. We do not have a figure of her, and I have not done a custom of her yet. Otis is just chilling. He's waiting on his new figure to come out. And then Tozawa is doing the Ruffle Shuffle, which R-Truth is probably listening to on his headphones earlier in the video. Then if we look in the center here, we have Kevin Owens talking to Darby Allin. Darby Allin is mad because apparently he is now wheelchair bound for doing all the crazy stunts that he does in his career and does not let himself properly heal, even though Darby is probably currently training to climb Mount Everest as we speak, which is wild in and of itself. So he's just kind of consulting him, letting him know everything's gonna be okay, just catching up, you know, old pals. And I decided to throw the Shotzi Blackheart. I do not remember which Elite set she actually came out in. It was one of the 90s ones. We'll say Elite 96. I don't think that's true, but it's not true at all. It's like Elite 95 or something. I have no idea. I'm looking dumb now. Anyway, I threw the helmet on there because it just matches Darby's character, but we'll take Kevin Owens and he will roll Darby on out of the way. Also, for those wondering which wheelchair this is, it's actually one of the ones that came with Professor X from the Marvel Legends figures. Just something a little different for you guys. Then we go look in the back there. We have Triple H talking to Roxanne about her new title. I also reviewed this Roxanne in the Chad Gable video last week. Elite 106, a solid freaking set. And I just wanted to include the figure because it's brand new. Also, that is the Toys R Us exclusive Triple H with a simple head swap. I was called a madman for letting it breathe out of the packaging when I did, but you know what, I'm happy about it now because I think it looks pretty sick. And then we go over to Danhausen, who of course tried to curse Christmas. You can't do that, it's Christmas Day, you can't curse everybody, Danhausen. So somebody gifted him a present, I don't know who. We'll think about who Danhausen might actually be friends with. But he is sitting there, kind of hunched over, wondering who thought enough of me to give me a Christmas present, even though I tried to curse the holiday. But that is going to be it for our action figure setup. As you see, we have the rest of it set up over there in the room. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for a very successful 2023, and Merry Christmas to everybody. We got something popping on New Year's Day, so get ready for it. And last but not least, take it easy.